Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Do It With a session for the 12th of March after our crazy cyclone season.
Mhm.
Welcome, Murray.
Hello.
You didn't get blown off the top of the hill up there?
No, but we had a pretty wild storm on Monday morning, like a whole 4 days after this thing had, apparently gone. I
Yeah.
started putting the outside furniture back and I was like, whoa, okay
Yeah,
then.
I was the same. I put everything back out, and then next minute I'm like, maybe I shouldn't have done
Yeah.
that. Yeah,
Anyway, we're back in the land of busyness.
we are. We are. Well, I've sent the link out to everybody, but I've had lots of funny stuff going on this morning. Um, yeah, we've had Sonia's brother has passed away, so she is not in a place to be doing Zoom
Oh
calls.
God.
Yeah.
No,
So,
but God love her. That's sad.
and we've got people doing webinars and other things. So anyway, we'll crack
Okay.
on. Scott's only got
Yep.
half now, so I might prioritize a question from you, Scott, and then I can
Yeah.
go from there.
All
Yeah.
right. Questions. I haven't really thought of any. I've just been heads down, bum up, creating content for my courses.
You put something in our
Good.
chat, but you seem like you sorted it all out with the
Look,
number on the affiliate link.
yeah, I think I did because my affiliate had disappeared because it was on a test mode, but my it just didn't work. The dashboard didn't show anything, and I don't know how it was disabled. And I thought I'll have to resubscribe, but I did some digging and went to the affiliates, and I was able to find a toggle and turn it on. But then it created me with a new affiliate URL. Oh, that's not good. So I went back and you know how you can customize your affiliate. Went back and replaced it with the old one because I've handed it out, and that seemed to work.
But it's
So
tracking.
it's
It's
tracking
tracking.
it. So in the affiliate, in the subscriptions, it's deactivated because there's no subscription to that because it's my own account. But in the other area where the affiliates are, it's active. So
Yeah, you don't need to pay for a subscription
no,
to.
that's
I
right.
think because we did it in test mode, that would have been
Expired
my
or
thing. Because
yeah,
the test mode wouldn't have been able to run the second month.
yeah.
So, um, yeah, in the process of running the way that it does, it would have tried to assign the second one. Morning, Nat. It would have tried to assign the second one, like the second month, and failed because it wasn't in test mode.
Okay, I've got another one in test mode that I'm using for my onboarding, so I may need to
Yeah,
have a look at that. Yeah.
do the same for that. Um, so just a brief, because I know Mari, you use affiliates, and Nat, potentially you will use affiliates in the future. So to kind of give a bit of overarching kind of education around how the affiliates work. And I, did quite a deep dive when I was setting things up for Scott, because that was the way in which we were going to manage referral links and stuff.
Mm.
But basically with the affiliate manager, you get to set somebody up as an affiliate, and then you also get to assign them to a specific campaign. So you can have affiliates that have access to promote one thing like a retreat, but not your course, or they could have a webinar funnel and not something else. So you've got control over what you want people to be affiliates for. And on each of those, you know, promotional pages, generally there's some sort of lead funnel. There would be products attached to that. And so when they come through the lead funnel, they're tagged as that affiliate's lead. And then when they purchase, that purchase goes against the affiliate. Now, when you're dealing with small numbers, you can probably keep your eyes on what's happening in the back office and who's getting allocated to what, so that if by chance they signed up and they didn't use the referral link, or it didn't capture whose person it was, you can manually update things in the back office by going into marketing and then affiliate manager and assigning leads to an affiliate or affiliates to specific campaigns.
So when somebody uses the link to sell the course, the amount of value attached to the course will drop in, and that lead will connect to that affiliate. That's what the system does. It connects them.
Yeah, so it puts that person as a lead to that affiliate. And then
Okay.
if they purchase and you have a product that is attached to that affiliate as I will pay commission on that product at whatever percent, or it can be a flat rate, then it will drop into that amount is due to that person. And then you can hook up their PayPal and pay them out using the system, or you can just disperse the funds through your own bank account with whatever agreement you have, and then just go into the system and tell it that it's been paid.
Okay.
And so that
go on.
When clients then log into a portal, their portal, so each of you will have your portal where your courses and your communities sit. There is a section in there for affiliates. And in there it shows who your leads are, how many sales have been made. So they have full visibility of what sales or what leads have come through, and also what sales have been logged. So they could follow up on people if, say, for example, they'd made a booking for a discovery call, as an example. That's what I use. So I'm happy for people to send my link for a discovery call. And if that person comes through on that call and ends up buying, that's attached to the affiliate.
So if one of my affiliates sends a link to their people, it tracks who clicks on that link. So I can tell my affiliate, hey, you had X, Y, and Z, open that link. Or they can do it themselves, and then they can follow up.
They have to opt in. So you have to have an opt-in form on the page, or a payment processing something on the page, because
you can't see whether they've clicked or just read it.
You can see clicks, but it won't identify who clicked because you don't know. It's just an IP address.
Yeah, of course. Okay.
But if you if you send out email marketing on their behalf or something like that, like, you can track it if it's sent out from your system. Like, so if they have high level and they send it out, they can track it as in who clicked on it. If it was being sent from a database that you already have all the contacts in, but you can't track it if it's just out in the world. Like, if you're giving the URL to somebody, you can't tell who it is unless they opt in. So that's why we have opt-in forms on webinars, for example. So they opt in, you get their contact details, they watch the webinar, and then they usually do the next thing.
Yeah.
So that webinar, that funnel we created, where it's you and I talking about our lotta, and there was a call to action on that, which was to book a call. Now, if they click on that and they book a call, I capture their details and that person is assigned to you.
Because the link you gave me for that funnel has got my affiliate on it, and you gave it. Yeah, you've given it to someone else with their attached affiliate link.
No, so that page has a button on it saying book a call with Rochelle, and that is your affiliate link. So when they click on that,
oh, I see,
they are tagged as your affiliate, even though they're booking an appointment with me.
Yep, I get it.
So I have a campaign that says, if you use that, tag that person as whoever used it. So
Kim, for example, probably wouldn't have clicked on that link, though. She came to you via another modality. You can obviously, it's a manual process then. If they haven't used that link, they've come to you a different way.
Yeah. So that's just the way in which you choose to run your business, is that because it's such a small number for me, I can manually pick that up and go, like, she just booked randomly, but I know that she came from you because I have a message chat that introduced me. So, you know, those sorts of things you can bypass if you know that that person was referred through another means and they don't
Yeah.
URL. You can still use the affiliate system and its functionality even if you're not using referral links. It just becomes very
Yeah.
hard if you've got, you know, hundreds of people coming through the funnel, because there's
Yeah.
no way you could keep on top of tracking them.
So what you've done with Kim is you would have manually added her as a lead to me, is that right? How would you have gone through the process of attaching her to you, to me? Like, I'm just curious. It's not like I'm trying to get to you, like going, oi, make sure she's on that list.
Well,
I just curious,
you
what's
should.
that
Like,
step?
I think those sorts of things are, you know, if it is a manual thing, you need to double check that the person does the job. So I have gone into your affiliate account and I've added Kim as
Yeah.
a lead of yours. So when
So
she purchases, that will
yeah.
automatically go to you.
So then that's a good question. I haven't looked at my affiliate page, as in me being an affiliate. I've only got the affiliate thing on Ilotta, as in I'm the one distributing the affiliate numbers. So where do I look for my affiliate?
As
Should
in
know the
your
answer to that.
affiliate to me as our
Yeah.
yeah. So if you log in to
Yeah.
now you've got access to the communities that are on High Level. So if you log into members.onlinewise.com and you have Online Wise and you have our Lotter Academy, you would
In the
have
membership bit.
you would have received an invitation to that probably 2 weeks ago now.
Possibly.
So in there,
Okay.
no.
I'm going to have to go back.
See if I can share screen without it pooping itself.
Oh, that looks familiar.
Yeah. Give us. Okay. Oh, no, GoCoLab's not going to do it. Okay, let me quickly navigate to. So, you know, so your members, your affiliate will log into your portal, which is this portal address. So when you're generally people don't, just for the record, when people log into your communities, once they log in once, it keeps them logged in. So they don't have to keep coming into the group to get access to it. They can just go straight into the group and you'll probably find, like mine, it's got my email address up here in the URL, so it's going to log me straight in.
Can you send me the link again on the chat to that community so I can make sure I'm in? Because I had the same problem with Karen. Like, I'm part of her community, but when I go to my collab thing, I can only see my communities on there. I can't see yours and I can't see hers. So I keep missing stuff that's coming up in her community. Like, I'm not able to like and comment because I don't see it.
So long as you have the same email address. So GoCoLab is now you might not know what GoCoLab is, but and I don't know, Scott, if you're using GoCoLab, but GoCoLab is like a generic way to log into all your communities. Unfortunately, on the phone app, you've got to log out and log in for each community. It's so friggin' annoying. But on the desktop, you can have all your communities that you have access to, and you can just switch between them.
I'm just going to get it. I just don't even think I had it on. The only reason I got it, well, not the only reason, is I only really use it on my phone because it's so easy. Like, I don't tend to go in here.
Yeah. So I would say if you're using your own community, that's the best way to do it. But when you're on your phone, you're going to have to log out and log in.
Okay.
When you log in using your email address, it's going to tell you all the communities that you have access to, and you need to choose one and then log into that. It doesn't have the toggle. I'm writing on the wall that it will come. It's just not there at the moment. But on the top, this is really handy because I have lots of communities, as you can see, and so I can just toggle between them.
Oh.
So if you
I can't find it on there.
So if you log into the members.onlinewires, did I put that in the chat?
No.
I got distracted. Hang on.
I can't find the Go Colab app on my Mac. It says it's not searchable.
So are you in a browser?
I'm looking on my Launchpad. I've just gone into the App Store.
No. So on your Mac, you just go into an internet browser, into Google Chrome, and type gocolab.com.
Oh.
It's just a website. It's not an app.
Oh, I see.
On your phone, it is an app.
Oh, right.
So when you go to Go Colab, it'll come up with the discovery page, which is where you can find communities and join communities that you want to be a part of. But if you're logged in, it will show you all the communities that you have access to with that email address. But it is email specific. So if you've used different email addresses, which I know some of us have multiple email addresses, and that becomes really annoying, make sure that when you're signing up to people's communities, you have them all on the one email address. Otherwise, they won't show on the one dashboard.
Let's see what happens there. Of course, user not found. Of course not. Okay, that'll do that later.
Rochelle, is that Go Colab website? Does that need a separate login?
It's the same login. It's the same login as you would log into your portal.
Doesn't recognize my email address. I just tried on the website.
That's the same as me.
Yeah, I tried both email addresses just to be sure, but the one I've got for my community is my Proton Mail one, so I know that one.
Well, that's what I thought. I
just did a recover email address and put in my email address and said, nope, user unidentified.
Oh, that's weird.
Okay,
mine just did that too.
You might have to sign up to Go Colab with the same email address, and then it feeds all your other accounts over.
Okay.
Can you quickly look and see what email address I've put in there? I'm hoping it's under members.
Yeah. So we're talking about two different things, and I don't want you to get confused. So one is if somebody logs straight into your portal,
MAI.
I had $1 every time I spelt your name wrong. My goodness me.
Oh, it is Mari. Yeah, okay, that's that one. Right, okay. Yeah.
So in here, then if you go to the little house icon at the top left-hand corner, you'll come out of the communities and you'll go into just the portal. And that's where you can see the two communities, your courses, your invoices, your contracts. And on the left-hand side, you've got check affiliate earnings.
Oh, yes. I remember you saying this. Yeah.
So this is what they classify as the portal. And if you have contracts or you have invoices or you have affiliates, that's where they can log in and see their information. And if you go into communities, that's where you can see the two different communities and toggle between them.
Hey, Rochelle,
Yes, Scott?
I just logged into Go Colab, just creating an account. And then, yeah, like you said, the portals or membership sites are all there.
Okay, yeah. So Go Colab is like almost like an independent thing from High Level, but it's all High Level communities, if that makes sense. So it's kind of like school, and that's where I have to get my head around. Like it's very much like school in the way that school's set up. So with school, if you're in multiple communities, you just can switch through the communities like this on the side. But I've seen also people can actually just go in and create a group straight from Go Collab, and I do not know where that sits if they do. So that's just a yeah, I'm yet to know what that actually does. And I've also noticed that in here the learning doesn't show up, which it used to. And I don't know what's happened, but just in the last week that's disappeared. Which on the phone you can definitely see it when you log in, but it's not on this Go Collab login. It definitely see you see all the events, and the leaderboard, the about page, and you can toggle between your communities, but yeah, it doesn't have everything. So it is a bit of the Go Collab is a bit of a work in progress. I know that there's lots of things coming out every week that are updating that. But does that answer your question in regards to where you see your affiliate information, Mari?
Yeah, I think so. Sorry, I'm now trying to log in. That's probably not the best time to do this. If I don't do it now, I'll forget. Yep.
Did you have a specific question, Nat, or anything that I know you've got lots on your plate at the moment.
I'm just excited to be here and to be amongst just, I guess, the nature of how these calls go, and what I'm kind of gauging is it's open court and just kind of bring anything and everything, that type of thing.
Yep, definitely. We normally have a lot more people. It was funny morning this morning. I got like message after message of lots of things going on for people. So yeah, we just basically it's open, like do it with us. If you've got a specific thing that you're trying to work through or you're trying to set up and you're stuck with, that's what these forums are. I mean, we're working one-on-one, so you also have the forum of taking it there. But I really like when I'm working one-on-one that people show up to these calls too, because I think there's a real, like, just a general understanding of what the software can do for you when you're hearing how other people are using the software. And I know it's not always completely relevant to you right in that moment, but yeah, the general consensus is it's just a really good general learning of the whole software capabilities and what you can make it do. Even like affiliates, like you're probably not ready to use affiliates right this second, but knowing that it can do that and manage that is helpful.
I guess something, and maybe this might be a conversation for our one-on-one, but in my mind, because I am using Facebook groups and I'm not utilizing high level. Is
that me or is that Nat?
No, I think that's Nat.
In terms of the email capturing, and so events set up, if you know what I mean. You know, when someone clicks go to an event, then you kind of go, oh, I know that person's going. And so my question is, what would be the easiest thing for me to set up in high level? Would it be like, in my mind, would I set up like an opt-in for the event? Does that make sense? And then they basically have to put their email in there, and that way it's already captured, and then it's more or less kind of going, hey, reminder, it's on tonight. Hey, here's the replay if you didn't catch it, that type of thing. Can you walk me through what your thinking is and how to best, I guess, maintain that level of communication with those who have said, I'm interested in coming?
I'm in, hand up. Yep, for sure. So one of the funnel, and this is probably relevant to all of you, one of the funnels that I had a lot of success with my previous business was a lead to group funnel. And so we were running $5,000 a month of Facebook ads to a landing page, and that landing page would basically, you opted in, and then it took you to the Facebook group where you joined the Facebook group. But because you put your details into my database first, and then you jumped into the group, even if you got into the group and you didn't do anything, I would continuously contact you and email you and bring you back to the group. So, our job when you're dealing with cold leads especially is to nurture to one specific task. Like, don't ask them to do 15 different things. It's just join the group, join the group, join the group, join the group, join the group. Now, you might have 15 different things that are behind the join the group, that are different bright shiny objects that you can capture people's attention with, like an event, or like a mini course, or like an ebook, or like a something, and it's in the group where they actually gain access to that. The reason that that works really, really well is once they're in the group, if you have a really good group, you're capturing their attention with posts that you're doing, which is a really good leveraged way of communicating. You're getting emails into their inbox. So you've got this multifaceted approach that you're going, hello, over here, get in the group, do the thing, like watch the video, like consume me in all different manners. And generally they will have you on their Facebook as well, or they'll have you in Reels, and they might have you on Instagram, they might have you on TikTok, and they might have you on YouTube. And so you're just kind of closing in on all sides and just being really present in their little world. When they're in a group, I'm not saying once you're in a Facebook group, you can communicate however you like, because you're still struggling to get their attention, because Facebook, I don't know, decides how it's going to show your information. But my experience of being a part of a marketing group just recently, the Live Good group that I'm in, works really well by the people who are running it, because they're doing really regular, different kind of stimulating, calling, hooking type posts that are getting people back into the group to consume, and ultimately you want them to get in and binge your content, or have an experience with you that moves the needle, that gives them some sort of transformation, and then they attach that growth or that that learning to you, and then that builds trust, which then builds like, oh, Nat's the person to go to for good solid relationship advice. Like, she just knows what she's talking about. And then I hear you in 3 different forms and I'm like, wow, like that really resonates with me. I might dig deeper, I might give her more of my time, because we're just fighting for people's attention spans basically. And the more they're invested in getting good value from you, they're going to make the decision to invest their time to listen to you and get more, because it is just this exchange of, well, if I give 20 minutes of my time listening to Nat, is it going to fix my relationship? Is it going to move me out of the pain that I'm in into a better place? Like, or, if I watch one of Mari's videos, can I get my menopause belly gone? Like, is it going to move me in the direction of the thing that it pains me the most? Am I going to get some sort of resolve for that? And I think in all of our, topics, we all know, and it's been drummed in for years, is the pain to pleasure kind of cycle that we're taking people on. I know, Nat, we've had a conversation about too much pain. Sometimes your content can be all about the pain, and it's like, oh, like I just want to slip my wrist when I'm watching it. Because
and I'm like depressing myself.
yeah, and we can get to that because we forget that what we actually want to show them is the transformation of, okay, these are the pains. We know, we meet you where you are. We know what you're going through, but if you work with me, or if you invest time with me, or if you even do something free with me, my mission is to help you to get over here to this pleasure place. And I think, you find different ways of tapping into that, whether it's, people's financial goals, whether it's they're freaking out because they don't have enough retirement. Like, so you've all got similar, journeys. You've just got to get somebody's attention, and for them to feel like, oh, if I invest my time and listen to this person, I'm going to get some help, or I'm going to find out more about something that potentially could help me. And so when we, what the simplest strategy, and it's not simple in the sense of it's not multi-layered, but it's like the simplest strategy is to have a free group and everything that you're lead magneting to, everything that you're generating leads ends up in that group. And then that you nurture that group and massage that group until the cream, you know, rises to the top, and you take the cream off the top and you take those to your next level program, or they purchase the thing, or they go to your retreat, or they do your course, or whatever it is, but they come out of that that pot. And the fact is, the community and that pot and the conversations that happen in that pot are all driving people to the next level if that's what they're ready for. So I think, to answer your question simply, is a funnel page for anything. If the group is where you want people to go, and that's where you're going to run events, or that's where I would always capture email addresses through your database, and then have a sequence of nurture that happens from email or text message, and then in the group the same message you know you're doing in posting. And then off the back of that is, you know, once they do the thing and join, they either move to a paid group, or that there's a transition of, okay, well, I'm in this free group, I'm getting value, but what do I do next? Like, what's my next step?
Okay,
Scott has done that, I think, extremely well, in the sense of the courses that he has built inside the free group very strongly lead to, this is your next step. Like, if you want to learn about this, this is your next step. And I think any good free course that I've seen is, you know, we want to help you, but we can also help you more over here if you're ready for it. And so continuously helping them for free, but when they're ready to step up and do the next thing, then, you know, we're over here waiting for you, and we have a really supportive community. And so you're softly selling into that all the time. It's like, well, you know, when you're serious about this thing, like in my free group, you know, we talk about, like, they have these calls, like they can watch and see what we're all talking about, and all of this is really relevant information, but you can't do much with it if you don't have our Lotta as the software, because you just get this, oh, okay, I can't take that next step. And so all of you will have that same solution, in that they have to take the next step to really play on the next level, if that makes sense.
It does. This has been a super helpful conversation in terms of just holistically, in terms of considering, and then what I'm hearing you say is, like, all roads lead to the group, and just really pump the, I guess, the value and the activities in there. So whatever it is that you're giving away as a gift or a freebie or a course or mini download, whatever, it kind of houses in there. And so therefore the funnel built is to kind of come into here, and then as a nurture sequence, it could be utilizing the assets in there to nurture them. Hey, have you seen this? Asset 1. Hey, have you seen this? Asset 2. Something like that. Is that what I'm hearing you say?
Yeah, 100%. Yep. Yeah, and like, because you know, because we have the means of things like YouTube and ways in which we can get exposure that don't expire. You know, YouTube's great for free content, but always lead them to, if they want more, and, you know, all your freebies are housed behind what they call a paywall. So because they're not paying to get into a free wall, but they're still going through a paywall, which is basically, I'm exchanging my email address to get inside. And that inside is where all the good stuff is. So anything that you're putting out on the world, social media, LinkedIn, YouTube, TikTok, whatever social media you choose, you bring them in to get the resource or to get extra as the first step into your free group. You know?
Yeah. That's a really cool thing to note. That's what I have been doing, actually. Like, I'll put stuff out there without referencing, hey, come to the paywall, or, you know, like.
Yeah. It's just like, it's I bang on about it so much, and still, after, you know, I know people have been in here for 6 months and the penny drops with a customer journey, but that is your customer journey. If you know, what all your marketing pieces are, and you're beating the drum out here of come and join my group, like all the time, constantly, you're going to get all these trickles of people coming into this group. the group, if you build it well, can actually, like, the community can actually be the biggest driver. See, Scott, the community can be the biggest driver of like testimonials, like even conversations. Like I've had so many have heard the conversation that I had on one of these calls with Scott and said, wow, what did you do when you built out that? Like, so it stimulates results, and it's firsthand. And so the conversations that you're having in your community are also driving people to make decisions to go, oh, I saw you work with that person. They've got what I want. And now, you know, so you want to also bring some of your paid people that are getting results into your free group to promote what it's like when you go over to that paid container. And you know, it is a really soft sell, because I'm not sitting here going, buy my software, these are all the features, it's so amazing. I'm saying, hey, here's how I helped Scott in his business journey, and you can see that just as a experience and go, oh, I'm not doing that yet, or I'm not doing any of that. I want to start down that path.
Thank you. The penny did just drop, actually, in terms of how I'm underutilizing that redirection of come to the group, come to the group. I'm just throwing everything out there visibility wise. Hey, I'm happening. And then there's no actual immediate next step, no call to action. And even if it is just to join a group, that is the next step. So thank you. That's super helpful too.
I think the way that a good way to think about it is your group is like an audience, like it's like an auditorium full of people, and you have the stage, so you can walk in at any point and grab the microphone and, you know, sing your your milkshake brings all the boys to the bar. Whatever you want to sing, but you can
totally shake a little bit of booty to go with it.
You can stand on stage and hold that space and choose what you share in that audience. And I think there's two customer journeys. There's the customer journey to the free group, but there's two parts. So it's to the free group and then from the free group to paid, because it's not just fill a group with free content and just give all this free content. You kind of have to have, you know, a stepping stone that they can go to. Now, I know with you're going to have multiple stepping stones, like you'll have retreat, and that might bring a certain type of person that's only invested in 2 or 3 days. That's all they've got. You know, that's the level of trust that they have with you at the moment. And once they've done that retreat, then they're all in, like they might do the whole shebang, you know, one-on-one with you, or they might go into your RTC. So I think the different, you've just got to meet people where they're at. Like free challenges, they definitely have the people that are on the outsides that are like, oh, I probably should listen to some of this stuff. That gets them a little bit involved. But you know, you are having to put an epic amount of effort in to really get their attention, because you're fighting with just so much guff on the internet.
It's busy.
Yeah, pretty busy. And I think so it's about, you know, capturing your audience and then keeping them captive, like as in keeping them interested enough to want to stay, not having to chain them to their seats, but like, you know, having enough interesting stuff that they can consume, and having a super clear next step of, well, if you want to work with me or you want to become like Mari's, like if you want to become a trainer that specializes in menopause, then your next step is to do, you know, my next step, like my course, my pathway that takes you. And they don't sometimes know what they need. Like that's what I like. A lot of people show up and they're like, I don't think I'm ready for software yet. Like that's a common thing I hear in my business. I'm like, you kind of need to be. So I need to provide content that makes you realize that you need to have software, because it's kind of like trying to build a house without a slab of concrete. Like you're just not capturing everything. It's just going into the dirt, and it's being lost. So your job is to make people realize that they need what you have on offer, and without you having this massive job of almost like facing the wave trying to sell it. You want to hop on the wave with where they know they have a need, and you can just go, and your solution is the best need that's on the market.
Awesome. Thank you.
So our next job, now that the retreat funnel is done, is to build that group funnel.
Yes. Yes.
And I have a template there for that, which I would recommend. And so then any YouTube, anything that you do sends them to this funnel. That funnel opts them into the free group. That gives them a certain nurture sequence of, say, they've joined your audience. Now they know a bit about you, and it tells them each time it goes out to go in and engage until you have the highest probability of having something that captures their attention enough for them to go, oh, I might do that free challenge that's coming up on Monday, or I might watch that mini course, and all those things then lead to the next step for you.
That's gold. Thanks, Ro. Thank you. That's super cool. That's my next step. Let's build that out. Let's get this bad boy ranking.
How are you going with your retreat?
I feel like it's been, people will go, and they're like that, I'm interested. And it's like, you kind of have to have that conversation to clear any objections. And so there's interest, but there's no one like, right, take my money. And like, that's just the nature of how, sales goes. So I guess it's more, okay, how do I drum up?
When does the early bird finish?
The 20th of March, which is, I don't even know what.
All right, so you need to get loud about that.
Yeah.
You need to get loud about that, because you've got 8 days.
Yeah.
And you need to do a countdown every day, like 8 days, 7 days, 6 days, 5 days. Like, they're going to miss out, because you're going to get the highest number of sales probably the day or two before that, or the day of that ending.
Yeah. Okay, I'm onto it.
That would be what I would focus on for the next 10 days, is really
So when you say countdown, do you actually mean put a countdown in the landing page, or not necessarily like that?
Yeah, we could put a countdown at the top of the landing page. I just think you've got to make noise on your socials, where it's like, it's like a countdown of missing out on a discount, and it's a considerable discount. So you don't want to have to extend, your early bird. You can, but like, at least give them an opportunity to grab that. But yeah,
awesome.
You can say things like you're 50% sold out, or whatever the you have got quite a few seats that are sold, so you want to kind of go, there's limited spots now.
Yeah.
Give them urgency. People don't buy without urgency. That's why evergreen courses are really hard to sell, because there's no closing. There's no closing door. And I know Stu McLaren is a big advocate of launching, and so is Jeff Walker, having a challenge or something that closes the door, and there's an offer attached to that. Like, so I think I've heard that you're running a challenge. Maybe that at the end of that challenge needs to be an offer to the retreat or something like that closes the door on that as being an opportunity, because you've really just got that window to sell that out, and then you can focus on another, RTC ramp up or a challenge between then.
All right.